Yeah.
Guess who's back? Back again. What's up?
Good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome back to Lie to Yourself.
I have a brown
Y'all, Crystle was out here giving off a show. Lord,
luckily I caught it.
That's what you've known for so long. And for me, like a person like me who's been in a relationship for such a long time, even though I didn't realize how toxic it was until the end. So y'all are gonna think I'm super weird, okay? Fun fact, Lady J is real weird about her food, okay? For my whole entire life, I was like, white sauce does not belong on spaghetti, and chicken definitely don't belong in no spaghetti. No, I grew up, for real, listen, I'm just text real quick, and I'm gonna just, hey, how you been? How's work?
I love food. I won't call myself a foodie, but Lady J, I am like an experienced girl, right?
Okay.
The plating matters to me, right? If I go somewhere.
Good morning, good night, good evening, wherever you are. Plating matters, y'all. Y'all gotta understand, plating matters. Every time I see that, I swear, it tickles me. So, good morning, good night, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for joining me with Lie to Yourself, Not Me. Real Talk with Ms. Lady J. Thank y'all for coming back. Another Friday with me. I super appreciate it. I appreciate y'all time. It means the world to me. So first let me bring in my co-host. I got it right this time.
Too much sauce. That wasn't the code word.
Not yet. Not yet. It's not the code word yet.
Hey,
you, what's up? What's up, Tonio? I missed whoever else came in. I'm sorry, I missed that. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Before we get into our regular schmegula, checking in, seeing how my friend is doing, we have a couple of announcements. Y'all, we have done 10 episodes. And so my producer, my friend, Mr. Mike Hennessy, has told me that I have to take a sabbatical. I have to take a break. That's what he told me, y'all. He said that I need to take some time. That's what he told me. He said I need to take some time off so that I could get creative and come back, refreshed, renewed. No, just kidding. He did say I need to take some time. And so tonight will be our last episode until, not our last, but this is a to be continued until April 1st. So y'all take it all in. Take it all in tonight. Take it all in. Y'all go read back, go watch some past episodes, okay? So y'all can catch up on everything. What's up, Mr. Mississippi? Y'all catch up on some of the episodes. See each other. What's up? Hey, lady. What's up, Black Russian? Hey, how are you? Hey. Hey, Tonio. So y'all go catch up on the past episodes, okay? What's up? Hello. Catch up on the past episodes so that we can get ready for the next season. Mr. Hennessy said we are on another season. I feel like I'm doing big time. We're doing big time, girl. We in seasons now. Seasons.
Beautiful thing. That's growth.
Right to growth. That's what I'm talking about. So tonight this will be our last show for this season. We're gonna move into a new season, which will be April 1st. And so I hope y'all will come back and join us then. But
lots of stuff in store too. I mean, I'm super excited. So this is not goodbye. This is hey, y'all.
No, don't forget.
Get ready.
Don't forget. Listen, go back and watch some past episodes. Don't be putting us on the back burner. Don't do that. So, want to say that. Also, I came into contact on where else but TikTok. I came into contact with some people who follow me on TikTok, and they are having an event on April 2nd, which is going to be this after hours, a pause. There you go, a pause. It's going to be an after hours poetry and music night. Mike, if you could throw it up on the screen exactly what it's called. It's going to be April 2nd. Wrong one, Mr. Hennessy. That's the wrong one. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Not that one. It's a night of ecstasy is what I want to say that it's called. They personally invited me to come. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to purchase a ticket to go. It is $25 to go. It's going to be a Zoom event. But yo, Crystal, they told me it's gonna be like the ladies is gonna be like in they like negligees and they 90s, and the men gonna be oiled up.
On Zoom now? I mean, I'm just playing.
So at first I was kind of like, but I was like, with the pandemic, I was kind of like, so you go to a concert, right? You pay for a concert, right? Now, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, Miss Lady J does not have that much money. So Miss Lady J sits in the nosebleed seats all the way at the top. So usually when I go to a concert, I see it on the screen anyways. I don't see the people like normal. So
no, but I love a good poetry session. So so let's see this flyer, and I'm interested.
I don't know if he's able to put the flyer up. It's a video, but what I am doing is I'm purchasing a ticket to go to the event, and I was hoping he was going to be able to put the video in, but I don't think he can because he got iPhone. That's what it is. Because he got iPhone. Y'all know how I feel. I don't know if y'all know, but I don't like iPhone. Okay, I don't. But he got iPhone. It makes it hard to get it into the system. See, that's why you don't have to have iPhone. You get to an Android and you be good. So I definitely plan on going, but drum roll. I want to do a raffle. So not only am I purchasing a ticket for myself to go, but I'm going to purchase a ticket for someone else to go. And I'm going to do a raffle on my TikTok page for someone to have the chance to win a night of ecstasy for this personal event, because I really do want to support.
Sounds so good.
Like I really do. I want to support. It's like I think it's like a black put on. It's like all black put on event. They're talking about it's gonna be 90s, it's poetry, it's live music, it's like, this whole thing. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm about it. Cause listen, let me tell you something. Think about it. When you go to a concert, right? And you pay all that money, like you pay $125 for a ticket, and then you got to buy your drinks, right? How much is your drinks?
I don't buy drinks at concert. I have a little flask.
Oh, story time. Hold on. I'm about to get off track. I told a whole story about how I went to a whole Marine Corps ball. Y'all don't judge me. Don't y'all judge me on here. Don't be judging me. I don't judge none of y'all. Girl, I went to a whole Marine Corps ball and I had 5 flasks in my purse and some disposable.
I come prepared. I mean, I'm not mad at you.
Why are you playing? So, but
I take flasks to movie theaters. I mean.
So, fun fact, I am going to do a raffle. So for more information, if y'all could reach out to me on my TikTok page, it's Lady J 1111. I'll have more information there where you can get a chance to win a ticket to go to this absolutely fabulous event. So yes, there's that. Now, what Mr. Mike Hennessy did put up, you can throw up there now. I have been invited to be on someone else's podcast.
Super excited.
Okay. So March 22nd at 8, my friend, Mr. Relationship Gumbo has invited me to come and talk about recovering from relationship. And he actually that's my saying. Heal, breathe, heal, grow. That's my saying. He used it. I gave it to him and he used it. I felt so special. So on the 22nd of March.
Sexy voice? Is that what? Voice? Is that sexy voice?
No. That's not him. That's not, the guy that was on. No, that's who's going to be, girl, that's who's doing the poetry.
Oh.
Girl, yeah, that's who's doing the poetry night, girl. You might want to get you a ticket to enter that raffle, girl. You might want to enter that raffle.
His voice would be lovely on a poem.
Girl, I'm trying to tell you, and he's going to be one of the headliners. So, no, this is me doing another podcast with someone else where we're going to talk about recovering from. There he goes, Mr. Relationship Gumbo. This is the gentleman who was putting all the comments in last week that you was like, can we get him on? Can we put him in the link? Like, can we get him a link to the show? Like, what's the deal? So that's whose show I will be on March 22nd. He has very kindly invited me to come and sit and talk with him. And I'm so excited to do that. So yes, I think those are all of our announcements. For now, I think. So now let's get into it. Miss Crystle, How has your don't laud me, Tonya. Don't do me. How has your week been? MVP. Oh yes.
Friday has become my favorite day. It's been an awesome week. I think I was watching. If anyone was watching our intro, I think Fridays are like no bra Fridays because I'm braless again. Like that's the first thing I do when I walk in the house. The bra.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, you just popping in. You just popping in while me and Crystle trying to have conversation.
Really, I didn't even press nothing. I'm over here eating food, and I looked up, and I'm on the screen.
Oh, and now you all in our conversation. That's so rude.
In the conversation.
So rude. He's so rude.
It's been a good week. I'm excited to relax, is what I was getting at, and I do have a massage scheduled for tomorrow that I can't wait for. You know, Lady J, I gotta fit my massage in and my facials in, and life is good for me. I love Friday. I love Friday.
I'm gonna get like you one day, and I'm gonna get on this whole like massage, like, you know, facial Friday type deal thing. I'm gonna get there one day. I'm gonna get there.
Treat yourself.
I told somebody I'm gonna treat myself to a rage room.
What happens in a rage room?
You have never heard about a rage room?
Are you either throwing an axe or
no, girl? You go in there and tear up stuff when you have like a bad day. And you be like, it's crazy. You're good, Mike. We'll let it slide this time. Don't let it happen again.
He would pop in during the braless story, though. Come on now.
Right. I'm telling you, see, you know why he did that, right, though? You know why he did that, though, right? Because he always used you for his comparisons.
Nope.
And so
here we go. Back to it. Back to the rage room. I had to. Yes. Girl, the rage room is where you like when you be like you just got you had a crazy week, and then you go and they give you like a golf club or a sledgehammer and you just tear stuff up. I'm going to. I'd rather lay naked and have somebody rub oil on me. It's relaxing.
Lies, because after that, what happens? Then I go home.
Yes, then I go to sleep. Then I pour wine or I watch The Notebook. Like it just sets the ambiance.
Nah, listen, bunk that sexy ambiance because listen, after you done rubbed all on me, not the rage room, yes, after you done rubbed all on me, like you done rubbed all on me and now you about to send me home. What the?
All I need.
Lies, you tell. Listen, well, see, I don't know, maybe you've, all right, we're not going to go there. We're going to leave it alone. Lady J going to zip her lip and not talk about my other situation stuff. But also, I told you I was going to show you my tattoo this week.
I see it.
That I got last week.
Let's see it.
Oh, hold on, because I'm not good with the camera. God, I'm not good with the camera. I suck at this. So I don't know if y'all can see it.
I like it, lady.
It says "Ray of Light."
While you're talking about a rage room. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like an onion. I have layers. I have layers. Fun fact, story time. The reason that I got this tattoo, well, beyond the fact that I have an addiction to tattoos, I have found, is because I was thinking of getting a new one. And I was like, I want to get like a shoulder tattoo, but I didn't know what I wanted. And my awesome, amazing TikTok friends told me that they were giving me ideas of what I should get a tattoo of. And they were like, Ray of Light. And I was like, Ray of Light? What you mean? They were like, because you're a ray of light for us. And I was like, I don't know. I'll think about it. And I came back. I had completely forgot that that's what they said. And they mentioned it again. And I really sat and thought with it. And I was like, oh, my God, like, you know what? Something about it like resonated in my soul and my spirit. And I was like, that's it. That's the next tattoo. Like, I realized that, fun fact, Lady J has an issue with taking compliments. I don't know how to take compliments. So it was hard for me to accept my tattoo. But then it sat with me. And so thank you to all of my TikTok buddies who are here in the room with me. Thank you guys for my super awesome, amazing compliment and tattoo. So yes. Thank you very much. So I think that's all I've had going on this week. You know, I had a great epiphany that I don't know how to take compliments and things of that nature.
Then that was a good decision to get it tatted on you. You have to live in it, walk in it, believe you are a ray of light.
Like, and you know what? And that was honestly the conversation. It was that, so I have one tattoo that has an absolute no meaning, and all of my other ones have meaning. And I was explaining that all of the tattoos that I have now that I've gotten since that first one all have some kind of meaning, and they're on me to give me, because I try to live this intentional life, right? Every day I try to live intentionally. So they're reminders for me to live in those moments and accept them. So yes. So I love it. And even though I couldn't show y'all because I don't know how to work the camera, forgive me. I don't know how to show y'all, but it says Ray of Light. It does. It says Ray of Light.
I love it.
So I'm super happy. I'm excited. I love my tattoo artist. He's awesome. He's amazing. So let's get into tonight's show.
Let's get into it.
So I came across on where did I come across this video that I saw?
On TikTok.
On TikTok. Because that's where I live. My brain lives on like the planet TikTok. I came across this video, and I was hoping that Mike was going to be able to put it into the stream, but I don't think he can. I was hoping to be able to put this video in where this gentleman was talking about forgiveness. And he was saying how, you know me, I don't like to gender specify. But he was saying that, men cause these issues with women. You cheat on women, and you lie to them, and you do all these things, and you break their trust, and you damage them. And then when they're upset and they can't deal and they can't handle, you want to tell them that they should just get over it. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of right. But then he followed it with, no, you need to allow them to like deal over and over and over again. If she needs you to apologize over and over again, apologize. If she needs you to give her reassurance over and over again, give her assurance. If she needs you to tell her she's pretty over and over and over again, you do that. Because you created these problems and because you put this on her and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, skirt, pause. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if so I don't know. Oh, sheesh, sorry. I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh, we lost Lady. So Lady is talking about whether or not she agrees with the fact that after you break my heart, should you kiss my ass until I feel better? That's what I got from it. Mike Hennessy, come on in here and keep me company. Looks like we lost Lady J, but I'm sure she'll be back shortly. But I think we can kind of remix this for a little bit.
She's back. I'm sorry, lady. 1 second.
Yes, here she is.
I apologize. I don't know how to work. Fun fact.
Again. Ladies back. Call a friend.
Fun fact, I don't know how to work this. That's why I have Mike and Crystle. I just sit here and do my dance. So forgive me. I don't know if I agree with that, like that view.
Okay, so let me put it into perspective. So the statement is, you break, and I'm assuming this could be a male or female situation, right? We're just, hey, the divine CEO is in the building. Thanks for checking in, Alex. So you are saying that, like, if you break my heart and I'm going through it, you should have to deal with that. Like, do whatever it takes to make me feel better because you caused the harm. Like, right? Is that for male or female?
So in his perspective, he was coming from the male perspective of men. You did this to this woman. So now you have to make it right. No matter how many times she needs you to make it right, you need to make it right. Every single time. Forever until the end of time. It don't matter how many times she fuss about it. You need to make it right. If she keep on saying it, you need to keep apologizing. If she keep on doing it, like if she lives in this hurt and she lives in this pain, you need to keep making it right. That was from his perspective as a male.
And you disagree. Why do you disagree?
So I feel like I absolutely think that when you cause harm to a person, whether male or female, right? Because, I don't like to do the whole gender thing, right? If you cause harm to a person, do you need to make it right? Yes. But I think at some point, we have to either heal or let go. You got to heal or you got to let go. Like, I just can't, like, keep living in this, I'm going to say sorry. Like, I got to say sorry to you 20 times a day. Yes. Did I fuck up? I fucked up. Sorry. Forgive me. Lady J got a potty mouth. I do. I know y'all don't hear it all the time, but I do. I got a potty mouth.
I was shocked with that one.
Listen, I messed up. I screwed up. I fucked up. Okay? Got it. Noted. I don't have any problem with, I don't have a problem with making you feel secure and trying to build the trust back up, right? And trying to make sure that we're good and we're on the same page again. And I get that takes time. But does that mean that it takes all of eternity? Not
necessarily. And I wasn't on this call, but I don't necessarily think someone who views it that way, I don't think that I'm going to speak for the person, even though I don't want to speak for the person, but I would hope that statement wasn't to imply that literally for eternity, you're going to drive me nuts because I messed up. Right. But I do believe that, and actually relationship gumbo just took the words out of my mouth. The offender cannot dictate how fast you heal.
I get
or
that.
You can bounce. Now, I agree with you to a certain extent, Lady J. It cannot be a dramatic situation where you're driving me nuts and then now there's unhappiness between us, right? Because you can't get over what happened, right? Yeah. I agree. That's not cool. But when I heard what you just said, what I'm hearing is, what I'm thinking about is there's moments where an offender will expect because I said sorry today and you forgave me, it's done. No, everything's going to be great tomorrow. And if you're hurting tomorrow, if you're hurting next week, if you're crying about it because you're still processing things, right? It's whoa, you forgave me last week, bro. No. And I personally feel and when you made the comment, when you share that, that's what I'm hearing. I'm addressing that piece of the puzzle, right? You cannot hurt someone and then feel as though, because we had the I love you moment, we had the I'm sorry moment, and I made a decision to put my trust back in you again, to work on putting my trust back into you again. I don't necessarily think that means I'm healed tomorrow. And sometimes when you're in these situations, manipulators will then kind of create a space where it's you took me back, so now we're over it all. You should be better. And I don't know, and I think that's what I'm hearing when I heard that comment.
So Mike is going to play the video so that, because that's what I really wanted, was to be able to play the video so that it could be heard and understood. Because I definitely understand what you're saying. Because I agree. And I agree with relationship gumbo. You can't expect, everyone heals at different spaces and times. So if Mike could play the video and then we can go from there in the comments and things of that.
Some things just take time.
Hurry up and heal so I can feel better. No, I understand that. So Mike.
I like that. Hurry up and heal so I can feel better. Facts.
You caused this woman not to trust you who once trusted you. You caused her to feel insecure when she felt secure with you. You caused this woman to question you when she did not question you. And then when she get in her feelings and start to express herself because she may have got triggered by something she saw or something she heard you say. And then she bring up something old. The first thing you have the nerve to say and the audacity to say is, why you keep bringing it up? One thing for sure, two things for certain. If this woman needs reassurance 1,000,000 times, you give her the reassurance. If she needs you to apologize more than once, not only by word, but in action, you do it over and over. Because you, the one who caused it.
I like him. I like that. And
I do too, but here's where for me it becomes
I got chills and I got butterflies in my stomach listening to that because I'm about to have a moment, y'all. Hold on. I'm having a moment. No, seriously, Can I say, I'm sorry, I know you're about to talk, but this is about to come out of me. Can I speak? The reason why I just got real emotional right now is I feel like as a Black woman, I rarely ever hear a Black man who looks like me and talks like me, and I'm like, who's like from the hood like me and edgy like me and been through shit like me, who actually like takes the time to have sympathy and empathy and understanding for me. And I felt real emotional right now listening to that because I thought that was a beautiful thing. Sorry.
You're fine. Why are you sorry? Sorry for what?
Because I was like, oh my gosh, I love that.
No, I don't think there's anything to be sorry for. I really did connect with, so those that say I can't make up for it infinitely don't have to wait infinitely. Yes. And I guess that's what I feel. So I feel like I super connected, right? I super connected with what he said. And I agree because I've been in that space. I've been in that space where someone has offended me, someone has hurt me in relationship. And I did bring it up because why? Because the hurt was there, right? There's this hurt, there's this pain, and there's this like something that looks like it is a trigger that triggered those triggers. So you have those triggers, right? So it looks like, oh, you about to do this again. Who you texting? Who you this? What's this? Where you going? You know what I'm saying? Like there's these triggers. But this is the thing. I'm not saying that we're supposed to rush anybody through their healing process. I don't think that at all. I don't think in any way we're supposed to, I don't think that we're supposed to rush anybody to healing. And I do believe that we do have to take time to allow people to heal, right? Because we all heal. I talked about it. It takes time. It takes time, right? So you have to allow people to heal in their own timing. But this is the thing. A lot of times, and I talked about this a lot today too. A lot of times people are not taking the time to realize that there is an issue that they have that they need to heal. So while someone is steadily trying to make up to you, you're still living in your hurt. You still living in your pain. You're still living in your anger. So I'm supposed to forever till the end of time keep making you feel like you're worthy or keep making you feel like I'm sorry. You see,
you're not.
That life cycle is not over simply hurt. I get both principles. Yes. And that's my point is that a lot of times, so a lot of people will take that and they'll be like, yeah, you supposed to listen. Every time I'm upset, you supposed to apologize. Every time I'm hurt, you supposed to apologize. Every time I'm triggered, you supposed to, they go into these spaces because you're not dealing with your hurt. So this is my thing. If you're not going to deal with that hurt, if you're not going to deal with that pain, then it's time for you to say, you know what? This is not for me because I can't heal in this space with you.
Absolutely. I think there's always the exception to the rule, right? I think what you're speaking to is you can't come and abuse this statement. But when I heard that clip, I heard somebody addressing people who feel like they can hurt and then they can be over it. And I think you're making a great point. No one can abuse that.
Yes.
And if you need to heal, you should. And I think that goes without saying, to be honest. I think you're absolutely right. Like, no, you're not going to abuse someone who's apologizing. I'm not going to support that. And really, if you feel that you're not getting over it, there's things that need to happen. Space might need to happen. Therapy might need to happen. I think all of that is true. But when I heard him kind of addressing those narcissists out there in the world. I heard that. I heard him addressing, no, don't think you can come up in here, manipulate people in this way, and then not expect that you're going to have some digging out the dirt for a little while. That's what I heard from that. And not so much that people can just abuse, the apologetic, offender.
And I agree. I heard that too. Most people say that it's because they aren't seeing consistency in your changes. I would agree with that.
That's a good one.
I would agree with that. If it's too much, I say again, release them yourself. Release yourself in them.
I think that's true too.
I agree with both of those things. So this is now, I believe that. I believe that that was absolutely the point that he was trying to get across. Here's the part which sucks, and I don't fault him for it at all. I don't fault him for it at all, like not even a little bit. The nature of people.
Lady J, you gotta be optimistic out here.
No. I'm being optimistic, but let's be real. Like, listen, lie to yourself, not to me, okay? Let's be real. Like, a lot of people spend a lot of time bleeding on other people. And a lot of people spend a lot of time pointing fingers at other people. And they do not take accountability. They do not take ownership. They do not take responsibility. So there are people who will look at that. I think it was I thought the video was amazing. I did. I loved it. I loved everything he said because, again, I've been in that spot more than one time in my life. I've been there. I have absolutely been in that spot. And I've absolutely been that person that has absolutely been triggered. And I have absolutely been like, fun fact, Lady J has bled on a whole lot of folks. I've bled on a whole lot of people who didn't cut me because I didn't heal things within myself because of something someone else did to me, some offense that someone else caused to me. So, but this is the thing. I didn't know that I was bleeding on somebody else. I didn't know that I had certain triggers. I didn't know that I was in these certain spaces. So a lot of times you have people who will watch that video. And again, I'm not holding him accountable for that. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was exceptional to bring that light out there so that people can see. Like, you just can't bypass people's feelings. You just can't be like, yeah, I said sorry, because I've had that happen to me. I've had people be like, I said sorry, that should be enough. I got you some flowers, so that should be enough. Like, I thought we moved past this. Oh, you want more?
And it's not so much about the sorries, though. I think what's really important is, like, obviously he's phrasing it in a way where it's to come out in what are these 15-second, 30-second videos, right? So I can't write the thesis and give you the full explanation, right?
No.
But I think what it is, it's in the action. Someone else said that. It's in the action. Yeah. It's in the being apologetic when you hurt someone is, how are you changing your actions? And I think that's where the repeat behavior needs to come over and over. You don't have to say sorry to me over and over and over and over, and over again. But when you F up and you ruin a situation where you were once trusted, accepted, loved, and had the ultimate, situation with someone that just, probably really believed in you and trusted in what you guys had, and then you break that. I don't know if the literal apology every time I turn around is necessary. It's just the action that shows that you're sorry. I think that that's necessary over and over and over and over and over again, as long as that person needs it, because now you fucked up.
And I guess that's where that part, as long as that person needs it, because sometimes, again, because people don't realize that I have to heal. I got to heal from this. I have to make an active decision, an active choice to heal. Because, so let's say you're in a relationship with someone, they do something, they mess up, and they're showing that consistency, right? But because our hurt puts us, his message was well delivered because he addressed trust as an issue. Yes, because our hurt can sometimes be overwhelming and overtake us. Someone can be doing all of the action, someone can give all of the apologies, but sometimes that mind, that heart, We feel things, and it could
Right.
be the smallest trigger. They don't even hardly have to do anything. It could be somebody else did something, and now that triggered you, and now you go back into, I remember when he did this. Yep. But he's been actively, or the person has been actively, consistently being the person that listen, I have been redeeming myself for the past 5 years.
So basically, you're dressing like you can't be toxic. I mean, I agree with that. You gotta roll out. I do. I'm not going to argue against that. Like, you can't abuse it. I'm not going to argue against that at all.
And that's my thing, is to the point that, like, a lot of times people are not healing and they're not growing, and so they do abuse it. That was my thing, is that I love that. But you'll have some people that will take that video and they'll watch that and they'll look at it and they'll be like, you right. Yeah, you right. You need to apologize over and over and over again. But you ain't doing nothing to heal. You ain't doing nothing to be like, okay.
No, I agree.
Let me really absolutely.
So what does that look like, though, Lady J? What does it look like for people to heal?
Healing. Oh my God, healing.
What does it look like?
Oh, healing. Healing is amazing, but healing hurts. Healing hurts.
It's lonely as fuck too.
I don't even know if it's lonely. Like, healing is like, and I talked about this today. I think I always talk about healing. I swear I live in the conversation of healing, because 2 years ago I went on a journey to self-heal. I went on a journey to heal emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally, because I was in a space where I was heavier than I am now. And I didn't like the way I fit my clothes. Like, a lot of people that look at the pictures like, you look good both ways, but I wasn't comfortable in my skin. So I wanted to change that, because no matter what my partner said, oh, you look good, this and this, I didn't like the belly. I didn't like the rolls. I didn't like the fact that I saw a dress, online, and I was like, oh, I'm about to get that. It's about to be so cute. And then I get it, and it's like, oh, that shit didn't fit the same way. Right. That's not. Oh God. Oh, where's the tummy sucker in thing? I need that. I need the Spanx. Let me get the Spanx. Can you actually be healed by your abuser? And are you staying for the person for the memory of what you had?
Oh, that's deep.
Can you actually be healed by your abuser? And are you staying for the person, or are you staying for the... Don't take that down, Mike. Hold that for a second.
So Craig is... can I read it too out loud?
No, you can't, because the memory fairies are...
The memory fairies are coming.
The fairies are coming. Go ahead. You read that. Leave that there, Mike. Don't take it down yet. Don't take it down. Go ahead, Crystle. Read it.
Can you actually be healed by your abuser? And are you staying for the person? And are you staying for the person or for the memory of what you had?
Oh,
that's a good one.
Don't take it down. Leave it there, Mike. I need you to leave it for a second. It's like TikTok. It's like TikTok for me right now. I told y'all I'm very like hands-on and visual. I gotta see it. Can you be healed by your abuser? I don't personally think. So when I went on my journey in this situation, and the person that I was with was not the person that healed me. As I said, I went on a self-healing journey. What I had to learn in my journey was that I had to stop focusing on the other person, and I had to focus on solely myself. I could not worry about what they did or did not do. I had to simply worry about, what do I do, and what am I doing, and who am I going to be, who am I not going to be, and what actions am I going to take? Okay. When I stopped focusing on the other person, I began to heal. Because I was no longer so focused on, because here's the thing, when you're with a person and you're unhealed and they got their issues too, now you're trying to focus on their issues and you're trying to focus on your issues, and then you got life issues, and if y'all got kids, you got the kids issues, and you got car issues, and you got job issues, and you got money issues, and you got all these other issues. Okay, so when you're in a process where you're trying to heal, in my personal belief, and I'm not an expert at anything, and I say that all the time, that is my disclaimer, okay? I am not an expert. These are all my opinions, my thoughts, my views, and my situations that I've been through. When you're healing, you can't focus on anyone else but yourself, because everything else is a distraction. So no, I can't. Mike, I need it back again, squirrel. Sorry. Are you staying for the person or for the memory of what you had? I think it can go twofold. In that, I think it can go twofold. I think, and maybe it's the same thing. No. Sorry, the memory fairies are going again. I was gonna say I think it's twofold, but sometimes you do. I think, at least for me, I'll speak for myself, I have stayed for the person because I'm a person that does not like to hurt people. So I would rather hurt internally than to hurt the person. So I will stay because I don't like the feeling that, like, I'm hurting you. If I say that I don't want to be here, that hurts you. So I'm gonna just try. I'm gonna try. And then you have the issue of staying for that memory of what you once had. Like, I remember when, like, they were like this and when we were like this. And I remember that time we danced in the rain, or we went to the beach late at night and we did this. And like, I think it can be for both things. It just depends. That's just my opinion. I'm going to send it to Crystle.
Hey, we gotta get it together. Listen, so I actually love that question. I know there's some more coming in, but if we could just keep it. Oh, never mind. He moved it on, so never mind. But just to address that question, I definitely think you cannot be healed by your abuser. Attachment. A lot of people stay for attachment.
Layered.
And I'll pause while these come in, because even Relationship Gumbo has a good one that you might want to read, and then I'll reply. Everyone is agreeing with you.
The abuser can't heal you. That's your job. Yes, it's their job to be understanding of and half the time they can't be understanding of the process. That's the problem. Understanding of the process, but sometimes it ends up it's not
the person for you. That's going to come next.
Okay, thank you.
The abuser can't heal you. That's your job. Yeah. Sometimes it ends up that it's not the person for you. So I think that's attachment when you stay with someone for the memory. I read a great book actually recently called Attached. If anybody is curious about all this stuff here when it comes to healing and why certain people or why people treat people different ways depending on their attachment styles, Attached is a really good book. I can't think of the author, but it's amazing. It opened my eyes up to like learning detachment is actually a really beautiful thing for the healing process. Because a lot of times we are so attached to things that make us feel secure, things that make us feel happy or not alone or whatever. And then so we'll stay in these situations, right? Just because we're attached to that feeling, you know what I mean? Or that place. But I don't think you can be, I agree with you, Lady J. You cannot be healed by somebody who is abusing you. It's time, it's space, right? It's enlightenment, right? Everybody's enlightenment looks different. Some folks really get into church. Some folks get into their prayer or meditation in other ways. Some folks focus on losing weight, exercising, right? Or all the above, right? Focusing on their money, their job, right? I think it's enlightenment. Yeah. You have to become enlightened in your space, right? In whatever walk of life that you're in. We have to have that time, that space with ourselves, and just become more enlightened, and that's how we heal.
I agree.
That's my take on that one.
No, I absolutely 100% agree, and it's crazy because people like you're like, what does that look like? But it's like, what is your way to heal? Like, and everybody's way is different, so it's really like it's hard to give an answer to how do you heal? Like, and somebody asked me that. They were like, so how did you, like, what did you do? What I did doesn't necessarily mean that will work for you. That
that's
works
why I
for
say it's
me.
enlightenment. it's because everyone's enlightenment is going to be different. You know what I mean?
Attached, the new science.
He came through in the clutch. Attached, the new science.
Thank you.
Of adult attachment and how you can pull that back up, Mike. The new science of adult attachment, and how it can help you find and keep. Love book by Amir Levine. Oh, he's giving us extras too, but Attached is my favorite, and I'll have to catch the other one as well.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. He always take care of me. He take care of me in my TikTok room too. He always makes sure people know. They know. Like the book is a game changer. Oh, sheesh. Now I'm gonna have to go check. I'm gonna have to go see, because I know that I found out about when I was in therapy with my transitional partner. We were told to take a attachment test.
Okay. What happened?
I learned that I have an attachment issue where, so as y'all know, those are my TikTok people in here, they know I have a thing with words. Words are a thing for me. Mike knows words. Words are a thing for me. So I have this thing where I'm very detail oriented. And so when you say certain words, it makes me lean close into the camera. What did you mean when you said that? What? Talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old, okay? Talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old, because I want to have understanding. I'm looking for clarity, but what it is that I have a attachment style or detachment style, I guess you would say, where when you say certain words and you say certain things to me, I can flip it off like a switch. All them feelings, they gone. It's nothing. It's nothing for me. I went in and I was like, yo, I think something's wrong with me. I think I'm broken. She was like, what are you talking about? I think I'm broke. She was like, what do you mean? I was like, I have the ability to like detach from people, like family members, spouses, significant others, kids. Like I can completely shut the feeling off. Like people say I could cut people off. It's nothing. When I tell you, when you listen, there's this meme with, who is that chef, the blonde haired chef, and he be cussing everybody out, and they be like, if I cut you off, you handed me the scissors, and like he got these big butt behind scissors in the thing, and like that's me. So by the time I get my big old scissors out and I cut you off, you have really taken me to a space. So my attachment style is based where when you say mean and harmful words to me, I can cut it off, and
You're probably an avoidant. When
harmful avoidant. I think that's what it was called. I think that was what it was called.
An avoidant.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of that stems from childhood, how you were raised. There may be different emotional.
I'm still working through that part. I'm still working through that part. I'm not sure, but yes, I did learn about those attachment styles and things of that nature. And so, yeah, I will probably be picking up that book. I'm gonna need y'all to like give me
my life.
Yeah, because but it's important though. It's important to know those things, because the thing about it is it helps you to deal in life, like with what you have going on. When you know, I feel like when you heal and you know what your issues are, I feel like when you know what your attachment styles are, your detachment styles are, all of those things, it helps you to know how to maneuver in life. Codependency was my final hurdle. What do you mean codependency was your final hurdle? That was what your like end all be all was? People look down on those who stay. Can staying resemble strength as well as you and all your questions?
I know Craig be trying to put us
Clay, could you put that back up for me? People look down on those who stay. Can staying resemble strength as well as weakness? There go the fairies.
It depends on the situation. So when we talked about what you said earlier, and I know the fairies are coming, Lady J, but when he asked the question earlier about, if you stay with your abuser, I think I don't know if that was like the exact. If that's a weakness. If you're staying with your abuser. But this question here is kind of, very, very broad. People look down on those who stay. Can staying resemble strength as well as weakness? Well, if you're talking about someone that's in an abusive situation, a toxic environment, and they're staying, then possibly then I believe it resembles weakness, but not weakness as, in a negative way, but you're probably not healed. You're probably not dealing with things. Some people are lazy when it comes to dealing with stuff. Some people aren't ready to really tackle the shit that we got to tackle to heal ourselves, right? So sometimes, yeah, it does resemble weakness. But I think there are scenarios too where people stay and it's not a toxic environment. Maybe someone did some things to them that really cut them deep, but they showed up the right way to fix things, and someone stays. I personally think then you start getting into other conversations where it could be signs of strength. So that's my tidbit there. It's all about if you're going to stay in a toxic environment. That's when I'm like, no, don't do that.
DMT?
Yes. Go ahead, Lady J. What are the fairies? Fairies are coming down. What are they telling you?
I
blew my nose and I got my lipstick came off in my tissue.
Uh-oh. I don't want to say, I don't like the word weakness in this conversation.
Okay.
I don't like the word weakness. Words. Me and my words. I'm real particular about my words, okay?
Okay.
I feel like...
Maybe laziness, though? How do you feel about laziness? Some people are not ready to deal with themselves.
I think that some people are not. You're right. Some people aren't. Some people don't know that they need to. Some people really don't think that there's anything wrong.
They don't think it's nothing wrong with them.
But I don't like the word weakness because I think... So when you're in an abusive situation, right? When you're in an abusive situation, I don't like to compare like weakness to that because because I feel like not always is the person weak in the situation, but you have someone who is a manipulator, right? A lot of times, depending on what kind of abuse it is, you have somebody who is a manipulator. And so it's just not a black and white. I feel like it's not a case by case. I think that it's not necessarily weakness. I think that people don't understand that sometimes when people are in abusive situations, every relationship is a situation based. You can try to help someone out of their relationship. Doesn't mean they won't go back. True. I think that a lot of times what people don't understand is that, so like we've talked about your situation, right? It didn't start off bad, right? So things start off amazing. They start off great. They start off good. And then there's this slow trickle into the abusive behaviors and situations. So now by the time you realize you're in a bad situation, it's like, what happened? And depending on the type of abuse that you're in, it can be confusing. It can be a loss. I had someone on my page who I think she was in a situation, in an abusive relationship to the point where it was like Stockholm syndrome. So I don't want to compare her situation to her being weak.
I think you're super sweet, Lady J, and I love you for it. But I've been in an abusive relationship, so I'm gonna speak, right? Like, not in a way to disrespect or downgrade anybody else, right? I was in one for 5 years. He used to whoop my ass, and what's so interesting is with my type of attitude, you would have never even thought it, right? But it never starts that way, right?
Yeah.
It never starts that way. And then it gets into that the psychological abuse first starts. Then you got the physical abuse, right? And then once you leave, the psychological abuse continues. But I will say this, the reason why I agree that it's a sign of weakness is I have dated, and now that was nearly 8-9 years ago, right? Or longer, because it's been about 8-9 years since I've ever seen that person, right? But what I'm getting at is I recognize those things instantly. I recognize the behaviors immediately, even if it's not recognizing, oh, this person is now going to be a physical abuser of me. I recognize the manipulation, the narcissistic tendencies, the triggers that are like, oh no, you're controlling, immediately. The reason why I said it's a sign of weakness is not to say it in a negative way to folks who are in that space, but my healing process taught me to be a stronger person, a stronger woman, and stronger mentally.
Yeah.
When you are in a weak space mentally, you would be open to that type of manipulation. When you go through those type of things, you earn your armor. You armor up, you become stronger, and you'll never ever allow yourself to get there again. So when I say it's a sign of weakness, it's not to necessarily be negative to folks that are in that space, but it's also more so to say when you are stronger mentally, emotionally, you actually have a shield that makes it very difficult for someone to do those things to you. I'm just saying.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Thinking.
I was weak once. You know what I mean? I was weak. I'm a I'll say this. I'm from West Philly, y'all. West Philly girl. Okay, so I always walked around with an attitude and my gold hoop earrings, right? Like, but I was not emotionally strong, right? I was not mentally strong. I had 2 narcissistic parents that raised me in a way where I was looking for something, and then when I received something, the manipulation was easy because I was weak. I was weak because of the things that I did not have, which created my attachment styles from my youth phases. Parents that did not give me the things that I needed. So it weakened me. I walked around with a loud mouth and an attitude all day, but emotionally and mentally, I was broken. And then and if God willing, when you're like that, you don't run into people who do those things to you. I don't think everybody gets that. You know what I mean? But
no, I understand.
If you're not quite armored for that, you will fall victim of it. So that's why I believe it is a sign of weakness, but you can become strong from it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The fairies are coming. The fairies.
I hear you. And it's because, so what it is it's because I deal the way I deal in words. That's why so there's honestly, there's always this constant battle because words, right? Words mean so many different things. I'm just listening for now. Oh, ladies, my bad. I love what
Craig, y'all you keep asking your questions, Craig. We love it.
Yeah, nah, you good. 5 years. There's Tonio. Words for me, it's a battle in my mind because when I see weak, I see weakness, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Weakness is a vulnerability. Yes, I absolutely agree. Mm-hmm. And now, so when you explained it in that way, I see it as, so before, for me, it didn't sound as vulnerable because of your upbringing, right? Because you dealt with, you said 2 narcissistic parents and you had this
emotionless, right?
You see what I'm saying? So you had this upbringing. So now you're vulnerable and you're searching for something. And that's honestly, fun fact, true story, part of my story and why I have moved in the way I have and the way I've dealt with the men that I've dealt with in my life. And I didn't know this until I went on my journey, is that the men that I dealt with in my life and I searched out, or not even searched out, but the men that I ended up with, because, fun fact, Lady J's father was in prison until she was 8 years old. And when he got out, he did not know how to be a father. Mm-hmm. So when I would ask him, hey, Dad, can we do these things? This and this. I don't got time. This and this. Even up into adulthood, we didn't have a relationship. I found myself begging for certain things in the relationships with the men that I was in relationship with. So I realized that you're begging for people to do things they don't know how to do that because that's not them. I don't know how to be that man because that's not me, but I never waited for anyone to show and prove. I just jumped into it and what you said was what it was. And so when when you look back, and I definitely do want to do a show. Oh my God, I want to do a show on childhood trauma. I want to do a show on childhood trauma. I'm working on it. It's in the works. It's in the brain. But when you explained your situation and you talked about the vulnerability that you had, I was able to see weakness, the word. I was able to see it in a different manner. When I see weak, it's like, nah, I don't think that just because somebody get in an abusive relationship, that mean they weak. I mean, I just don't think that, right? But when you look at it based upon the fact, and yes, Lady J can say she's wrong. She can. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, she's good. She's secure in that. Okay, so you know.
It's perspective, right? I think.
No, and that's why I
weakness is a
say
negative
them
thing.
fairies, they be moving. But when I hear it in that manner, I hear the vulnerability because of that upbringing that you had. So it set you in a certain space to where you were looking for something else. So it put you in a very vulnerable space to where you were able to be manipulated by someone because of the situations that I've been in and because of what I've learned, I now listen differently. I now pay attention differently. Oh, wait, say that again? What'd you say? Oh, okay. Noted. Got it. Let me put that in the back. Put that in that Rolodex for later because that's going to come up later. That conversation we had before. Conversation we had last week.
Lady J and I, we have off-camera conversations.
We do. We be having off-camera conversations. Last week we thought we was kind of in the camera.
We thought we were on the camera and Mike was taping in the background. We was like, oh Lord, it's going to be a good show.
We had to get off. But in a conversation that we had, we talked about those moments where, like, you see those, maybe not red flags, but you see that cautionary flag, right? You see this cautionary flag, and you note it.
Yes, you note it.
Note it. But here's the thing. All that healing, right? Ooh. A lot of people don't even pay attention to that cautionary flag. They just they pass go, they collect their $200 and they just keep going. Listen, let me get Baltic, let me get Boardwalk, let me get all the railroads, let me get all of it. They don't note it in the back of their head. But when you go through things like this, right? You go through these relationships, whether they are verbally abusive, physically, men aren't trying to play the save the princess role and women aren't trying to be stuck in What do you mean?
Because he made actually BMT made a comment. If we can bring his first comment back, it might help the second one make sense. He says, I as a man stayed with a woman trying to help her, and all it did was cause more trauma bonding. Yes. Whew, that trauma bonding is real. I wanted to prove I was strong, but I only kept hurting myself. The divine CEO said, yes, that trauma bonding. She felt that too. So then he says, men aren't trying to play the save the princess role, and women aren't trying to be stuck in the mammy role.
Can you do me a favor, Mike? Can you bring back the first comment real quick? Sorry, I need visual. Mm-hmm. I apologize. I need the visual.
That trauma bonding is real.
Turn this over. I wanted to prove I was strong. So you was trying to save her. Yeah. You was trying to fix her.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Oh, you're a fixer. You're a fixer.
The kicker, though, is, and this is, I think we talked about this before. I'm not trying to give shout out to the abusers or anything like that, but like the relationship that I was in for, that I just talked about, like he was having issues too. You know what I mean? Like I have a certain level of empathy for those who are.
You gotta
they have problems. They're going through things, and everyone's going through something, and it shows up in different ways, right? We all need healing.
Hurt people. They be bleeding on folks all over the place. They bleeding on people who didn't cut them. That's what I said. Hurt people.
When he said that, the trauma bond, he might not be an abuser, right? But he also was going through something where he needed to go save her. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all going through something, and then it shows up in different ways.
You know what I think though? I think that people.
These comments. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Lady J, once upon a time, was somebody who tried to fix people. She did. She tried to fix people. She thought that that was what she was supposed to do in life. And then she had to realize that you can't fix nobody. Folks supposed to fix themselves. And so that absolutely, you're right. That comment is absolutely on point, is that I don't know. Now, here's the thing. I haven't figured out why. That part I haven't figured out yet. I'm still working on that. Lady J is a work in progress.
I don't
at
know
all
if that's
times.
with you, but sometimes it is the ego. I think sometimes people have different egotistical things they're working out. Maybe they were insecure as children. Maybe they never heard. I don't. You know what I mean? Who knows? They didn't have a voice.
You have to think that when somebody is trying to fix other people all the time, why? Why are you doing that? Why do you feel that you have that ability? Why do you feel that you need to do that? Why do you need that? And I had to sit down with myself. I really did. I had to sit down with myself and I have to ask myself, like,
I have this friend, right? I have this friend is always tripping about money, right? Always tripping, very responsible with her money, right? Like she pays her bills, but I mean, it's always struggling. You get what I mean? And living check to check and everything is tight. Every holiday, and I'm not just talking about Christmas, right? I'm talking about 4th of July. Like it's like the stupid holidays that you don't buy things for people for. Every holiday, she got her list of 10, 15 people that she's shopping for and showing up with gifts.
Wait, on 4th of July?
I mean, I'm being kind of funny, but like it might not be
for real.
It might not be a wrap gift, like, but it's something. Like if she's showing up to the cookout with all the groceries. So what I'm getting at is like every holiday she is showing up like Santa Claus, right? And I mean that's like nearly every month because we got a lot of holidays, right? Anyway, long story short, one thing that I've learned being this person's friend is she's so insecure. She's so insecure. She refuses to do therapy. But it's super, these just things that come out. You know how you know people, right?
Yeah.
Super insecure, is not willing to admit how insecure she really is and how much she doesn't feel whole inside. But she feels good when she can do those things for people, right? And it's other things connected to it, you know what I mean? Like her childhood, how she was raised and things that she saw. There's other stuff too. But what I'm getting at is her ego is boosted. But in her mind, she tells herself, I just like giving gifts to people. But she gets fulfillment in giving the gifts and feels whole when all day long she doesn't feel that way and goes broke doing it. But what I just gave that lighthearted example to say, like, people do a lot of stuff sometimes just because they're not dealing with what the hell is going on with them, and it's for the ego. It's not necessarily for anything else. I'm just saying.
Very Gary's up, because now I want to know, why does she do that? Because now I'm wondering, like,
she doesn't feel, I think she feels worthless sometimes. These are my words, not hers, but I do think, like, when I hear something, I think she feels worthless, but it feels good to her to give and for people to know that she's going to give.
Now, is there a change in her behavior when she doesn't, like, if someone doesn't say, hey, you know what? Thanks so much for bringing all of this. Like, is there a change in behavior or no?
What do you mean?
I really want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. It's me. I want to know. So, like, there's people, right? Like, they always say, like, I know you've seen those memes where people are like, they got the cell phone and they're taking a picture and they're feeding the homeless. And it's like, don't do things just to show people that you're doing things.
Yeah, I don't think for her it's showing the world. I think she literally gets satisfaction in doing all this stuff for people, even though it's killing her to do it.
Not the world, but I'm wondering, is she waiting for someone to say, thank you so much. Like, you brought all this food. Is she waiting for someone? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Thank you. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. Like, I'm wondering, is she looking for validation for what she's doing? Because, I mean, I don't know, in my mind, in my crazy, swirly, like, mind, I would think that if you constantly are doing something, like, and maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, but, like, if you're constantly bringing all the food to the barbecue, you constantly, like, it's flipping, MLK, and you got presents, you got treat bags for everybody. Like, just come.
Every
There's
holiday.
President's Day, and you passing out stuff. Like, I would think that maybe you're waiting for someone to like validate you for doing.
I think so. Again, I'm no therapist or psychologist, but I just going back to what we were talking about. I think sometimes we're all dealing with something, and when we're not healing in that space, it shows up in very different ways.
Yeah, I agree. But now I want to switch gears, though, kind of. We don't have a lot of time, but I want
what you got?
Like validation. I want to talk about validation, and like I want to. How far are we supposed to validate people?
Are we supposed to validate people?
Like now listen, I'm of the same belief. I met a person.
Don't validate people.
I met a person who needed validation literally like daily. They needed validation daily. And when I was like, you gotta be crazy. They told me that I needed to rewire myself. I needed to rewire myself so that we could wire ourselves together.
Manipulating you right there. That was that caution. Beep, 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 beep.
Let me tell you something. When I tell you I went all the way left, okay, flipped a couple of tables in my brain and all kinds of stuff. Like the idea, how
actually I'm sitting here shaking my head saying no. I validate people all the time. Like, especially when I'm dating, right? Like, I just have this thing where it's just like, I'm always going to congratulate or say how proud I am, right?
Yeah.
Like words of affirmation is totally my thing, right? So let me not shake my head. It's natural for me, but I don't know if I'm going to do something it has to be natural for me. I'm not going to do it because you need validation from it, but you're going to get some natural words of affirmation from me about whatever it is I feel like affirming you on. Does that make sense?
I feel like, and I'm big on that. Like literally on, like for real. I tell people, now I do validate people. I do. I give words of affirmation. I tell people all the time, like I'm super big on people's time. Mm-hmm. Super big on people's time. I tell people when I'm sitting in TikTok, my TikTok friends, my TikTok family. Fun fact, if y'all don't know me and y'all just coming in and y'all don't sit on my page on TikTok, I do sit on TikTok for hours at a time. I do. I have multiple reasons, though. Don't do me like that. You don't know my reasons.
In the middle of my work day, and like then a meeting to come on, and I have to put you on silent. I missed the whole TikTok. I tuned in the other day.
I saw you. You was in there, girl. You was in there.
I have to on a call.
I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being in there. But I always tell them, thank you. People will say, I'm sorry, I have to go. I was just on a lunch break, this, that, and the other. And I tell people all the time, I'm really big on people's time because to me, you didn't have to come into this room. You could, because on TikTok, if y'all know how TikTok works, you can watch somebody's live from outside, right? Okay. So you didn't have to come in here and say hello. You didn't have to even come in the room. So the fact that you come in, you speak, you whether it's 2 seconds, hey, I'm just passing through. I have a guy who comes through, he passes through. He gives me a rose. He says, I'm just passing through. He gives me another rose. And then he says, have a blessed day. Love you, sis, whatever it is. And then he leaves every time. Consistency for me.
That's Lady J's consistency. Well, we got some consistent players in the building.
I appreciate
we got some new folks that stopped through.
Oh, we got new people.
And while you said that, like in a moment of you saying that, I'm just like, wow, like can we shout out our folks that's in the chat? And
you see it more than I can. So we at this moment, we're gonna let Miss Crystle give a shout out.
We got
keeping it real.
Okay, we'll start with keeping it real. Hey, keeping it real.
He's always in my TikTok. He's always there, and he always talking about how I'm always talking about love relationships. But he was on his love relationships. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus right now, but yes, we'll start with keeping it real, and then
keeping it real. So tell us something nice about keeping it real. What you know about keeping it real? Let's keep it real on short because I'm
keeping it real. Loves to do DIY. I think at least that's what he keeps telling me. I ain't seen nothing yet. But he always comes in. Oh my God. He swears that all I do is sit on my couch on TikTok. And he's always like, have you gone outside? Have you gone into the wild yet? So he's always trying to get me out into the wild. The wild, y'all, for those of y'all who don't know, the wild is outside of my door. That's what I call outside of my door. It's the wild. I don't like to go into the wild.
The
I
other
like
day
to
we were
stay in my
talking about dating, and Lady J was like, "Oh my gosh, y'all! Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about going out into the wild. Like, just like, can we leave this virtual reality, Lady J? Let's leave the virtual world."
I'm just saying, like, I literally, like, it's not that. It's just no. So the conversation was that people do not approach me in the wild.
In the wild, yes.
The only place that people approach me is on TikTok because I'm not really on any other site. So TikTok is the only place that people actually approach me in a dating
fix that with
realm.
our speed dating.
Oh my gosh, you guys do speed dating. They're trying to put me on a speed date, y'all. Her and Mike, it's a conspiracy against Lady J. I told them I would agree to it because they would.
It's just my conspiracy. I'm trying to get some speed dating going, y'all. Like, and
we're
gonna do it live on the show.
Oh, then we're both doing speed dating. If that's the case, then Mike's gonna hook it up. And so, Mike, you hear this? You hear this? Because she's trying to get speed dating on the show. So when we come back in April, this is what we need to do. Show of hands in the chat, please. Who wants to see me and Crystle on speed dates? Because Crystle, wow, you still throw me under the bus. Only slightly. Crystle wants to do this whole speed dating thing.
With Lady J.
Mr. Nah, I know for Lady J. There it is. Mike said it's in the works. Mike about to get us to say.
Why? I don't even like Future. Can we get rid of his picture?
Listen, y'all want to see me and Crystle do speed dating? Because Crystle keeps trying to put this in there. So Crystle says she really wants to incorporate this speed dating.
Drop a one in the chat if y'all want to see some speed dating with Lady J.
Y'all want to see some speed?
I'll sign up for it because I'm newly single after this last
I'm down.
Y'all.
Look, keeping it real is down.
All right.
I speed date. Oh, do you really? Aaron, you speed date? I'm here for it. Turn is here for it. We got all these people. They here for the speed dating, I guess.
Shout out to Craig Turner. We were giving affirmations to our guests, and Craig Turner been showing up.
I think Mr. Turner, he's been here, I think, from the beginning. If I'm correct,
really nice.
He has been here from the beginning. I super appreciate that.
That's a nice word of affirmation for Mr. Craig Turner. He asks really great questions, and he's so engaging.
He is, and I love that. I love that because I love consistent.
He's consistent. Yeah, shout out to Craig Turner for being here every week. And then I'm going to shout out real quick the Divine CEO for joining. I think this is her first night joining. The Alex Cantrell. Thank you so much. And she's down for the speed dating. And one thing I'll say nice about the Divine CEO, you have to follow her on Instagram. She always has some really great stuff on Instagram. And I listened to her a live one day where she was talking about twin flames or twin souls or something. I tapped in on. I was like, okay, she got my number right there. I love talking about that kind of stuff. But the Divine CEO is on Instagram, so check her out.
We're gonna have to do a show on that too. Them twin souls and all of that. Keeping it real. Can we bring the
Divine CEO?
No Rolodex. Keeping it real. No Rolodex. First time.
Yay.
Oh, thanks for the hearts. Thank you. Thank you for putting respect on my name, Lady J. Bringing it around town. Yes, bring it around town.
And I've been trying to do that around town, and every week that's what makes me think about being braless, because when I see you do it, I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I realize.
That's why you're bringing it around town is for hips.
I'm always like.
I get the head, bring it around town, and you get the hips around town. That's how that works. But no, we do absolutely appreciate all of you guys who come in, and you guys are super supportive. Those of you guys who are new, those of you guys who have funneled in from whether it be Mike, whether it be Crystle, whether it be TikTok, whatever it is, I know for me fact, because again, as I said, time is a big thing for me. Yes. Ooh. Them twin flames. I think that we should definitely have a conversation about that. But I do appreciate you guys
about the
putting in
twin
with us.
flames and the difference between the soulmate and the twin flame, and she schooled me a little bit. So yeah, we got to revisit.
No, it's deep. It's deep. It gets deep. I didn't really start dealing with like looking into stuff like that until I started doing my healing journey. And that's when it was like, I was kind of like, wait, what? What is this? What is all that about? And so I looked into it, but I'm sure she has way more information than I even know or can even try to bring up. So yeah, no.
We got a visitor.
Oh Lord.
This better not be an accident because you're becoming
we can't hear you
at this point.
You ain't got no sound. You interrupting us again.
Disruptor.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I got an idea we can do.
Turn yourself up, Mike.
Now, you know how you do the bringing around town? Hold on. My cousin is playing on my damn headphone. All right. You know how you do the bringing around town, right? Of course.
Yes.
So what we can do is every episode we can find somebody. What's going on, Craig? What's up, boy? We can find somebody that gets the bringing it around town, like comment of the day or a person of the day or something like that. How about that? What you think?
We're going to.
And then it'd be like bringing around town, like you know how you do your dance and stuff. Excuse somebody that just gets the approval from you or something like that.
So Mike has an idea. You can tell he run the show. He has an idea. He just pops in and just.
He's just gonna pop in. He can't tell us after. Like you see, running things.
You see how when a person comes in, you get all excited and you bring it around town and stuff like that.
Oh, so somebody who pops in, they get my excited to bring it around town, basically.
If it's a person that you approve the comment or something that really like did it for you or something like that. So
wait a minute. You did ask to be a guest, but not tonight. You can't be no guest. Okay. Follow back, IG Mike. Stop being like.
I ain't even know nobody follow me on Instagram, man. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, it could be something that I could just throw in there. Then I'll do like this, you know. Pop that on there.
Real. I've been waiting for my
meme. It works a little bit.
All right, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out who get to bring it around town dance. It's special for them. Mm-hmm. And nominate. We're gonna do that. But Crystle said she was gonna do. Crystle said she was doing speed dating with me. That's what she said. So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and I need you to rally the troops while we on our hiatus.
Ooh.
You.
Y'all better be bringing me the troops. I don't know where to find them.
Oh man, we gotta bring our own dates.
Okay, so listen. This is what we're gonna do. Like, this is what we're gonna do. First, if y'all would like to, for those of y'all that are in the audience, if y'all would like to sit with us, me and my lovely co-host, Crystle. Not Mike. He's cute, but not Mike. If you'd like to sit with me and my lovely co-host Crystle and do speed dating with us, I'm gonna need y'all to reach out to me on either if you put it in the comments now, we can go ahead and we can mark that, or if you could hit me up on my TikTok and let me know that you would absolutely love to have a day where y'all could speed date with me and my lovely co-host Miss Crystle. Let me know, and so we gonna get it for Mike because I thought Mike knew everybody. I thought he was gonna be the one that was gonna get us all of our speed date potentials.
You know what? You want me to put the work in? I don't mind it. But anybody that y'all have on your side, let them know. You know, hey, we're doing this speeding dating thing. I'm sorry.
This should be fun.
My lady offered me a basketball game, so I'm trying to bust her behind in this game.
I'm gonna need you to focus.
But anyway, I'm trying. There's a timer on it. Anyway, send me all the people. Anybody who is watching this, reach out to me. I don't know. I don't want y'all to have my personal stuff. So find out how to reach out to me through Lady J. So I I'm not giving the personals out. But
y'all know how to reach me. And I'm gonna put all my information up at the end.
Single women right here. I'm gonna bring the troops for some of y'all. I'm gonna bring good guys. I'm gonna try to.
I'm just looking for us to go viral because it's gonna be kind of funny. It should be like a live speed dating, right? We're gonna figure out the production piece, but this is gonna be fun.
I gotta find out who's gonna be funny as hell because if somebody's gonna be extra, like, I'm even willing to bring on the idiots as long as they don't say like derogatory stuff and all that. Just bring them on. This is gonna be for
Bring
like
them
content
on.
purposes.
It should be an open door policy, right?
Y'all trying to have me peel back these layers. You trying to
I
have me
do
peel
not.
back these onion
One thing
layers on
about
my
me,
show.
I don't let everybody in because I don't think everybody's worth coming in here. Hell no.
Okay.
You see this
Well,
right
thank
here?
you. Thank you for
This
screening,
dumb,
Mike.
this dumb sitting there waiting just to come on the damn show. It's creep nasty. It's like
Thanks,
nope. Nope. So, but nah, like anybody who's signing up for it, reach out to me. Damn, I'm not gonna put my long ass email on here, but I'm not. Whatever. Reach out to me on my Mike Hennessy on Instagram. That works better, right, Lady J?
Yeah, just at the end when we do all of our stuff, I'll ask you to put your stuff up there so everybody can take it down, and then anybody can put in the comments so that we can have it there. But it is about time for us to wrap up.
Mm-hmm. Y'all see that right there? Make sure y'all get on there. Speed J. Matter of fact, watch how it changes in the next like couple of seconds. Because it ain't just you now.
Nope. Nope, it's not. Nope, it's not. It's not.
Damn sure not.
Facts.
I'm with it.
Facts.
And I will be judging you fools.
I got my mind right, money right. I'm ready for war.
She is so silly, don't make no sense.
Do y'all see?
See that? Speed Diddy was
Do y'all see how they talk me into this stuff? It's ridiculous. It's crazy the stuff that they talk me into.
I'm gonna try to get a timer and everything so we can put it on here and have it count down and stuff like that. So yes. And I will click them off immediately. I don't give a damn if it was the love of your life talking to you. You're gonna get it's gonna be just like this.
Not to be clicking off the love of my life. Thank you.
That's how he gonna be. He gonna be sitting there, yeah. So I just couldn't.
I'm gonna need you not to be clicking off the love of my life. I'm gonna need you. Listen, if I find my Mr. Me, my Mr. Me, Mr. Whatever, can I be a mediator? Because you already got a Rolodex, Lady J. I'm going to give you your questions to ask.
I love it.
I don't even know. I'm staying waiting on that phone call. I don't even know how speed dating works. Fun fact. I don't even know. I didn't know I was supposed to ask no questions. I thought people would just ask questions. So
you have conversation back and forth, right?
I don't know. I've never been speed dating.
We got some homework to do.
Clearly. But it is that time for us. MVP. What happened? MVP. He trying to say. So it is time for us to wrap up. So, Miss Crystle.
Yes.
How can we find you?
Yeah, so I want everybody to go to IG and follow me on Instagram. My thoughts could be a blog. Also, while you're doing that, check out the link in the bio, mythoughtscouldbeablog.com. I just launched February 2nd, 2022. That's at 2/2/2022. All them twos right there. So we just launched, and I'm just really figuring out, all my thoughts and getting it all out. But there's so much more to come. Some great articles already posted. So subscribe so that you can get all my new posts, and support your girl. mythoughtscouldbeablog.com. It's Crystle Dominque. Oh, and also, so I'm new to this Twitter space team, right? So if you're on Twitter, like, I need some friends. Twitter is a very interesting space, but I'm all about this life right now. So I am Crystle D. Yes, that's me, Crystle D. I am Crystle D on Twitter. Find me. I mean, I don't have no friends, y'all. I need y'all to follow me and be my friend so I can talk to somebody instead of the Twitter world. Like, it's like a Twitter wall.
I might have to get a Twitter so I could be your friend on Twitter. I don't got no Twitter.
Figure this out, with the metaverse, doing this thing. Like, we have to get in where we fit in this virtual reality. And Lady J got her foot in the door, and y'all, I'm out here just trying to do the same.
Oh no, I didn't like Twitter. I was on years ago. I didn't like it. It was weird. I didn't like it. It was awkward. I just got off of it. I think I have an account. I think I just deactivated or something. I don't know. I took it off my phone. I don't know. But I might have to get on.
It's a good space to drop thoughts, and hence, my thoughts could be a blog. I always have these random thoughts, I was watching Diddy today. He posted "Fuck It Friday," and I was like, Diddy, that sounds like something that I would say. So I have random thoughts, and that's where Twitter is a great space to just be like, you know what, y'all?
Let me punch.
It's pound Fuck It Friday. Anyway, moving on. Lady J, tell them where they can find you.
Y'all already know. Where does my mind live? TikTok. So y'all could find me on TikTok as Lady J1111. I have my Facebook business page, which is J's Decadent Delights. I got a lot of pages, y'all, that I have to maintain. I have my Instagram page, which is _Jays_decadent_delights. I have my YouTube page, which is Lady J, which if y'all could go follow me there, I would appreciate it. I'm trying to get some follows and stuff like that. So if y'all could do that, I'd appreciate that. That would be great. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? Just hook us the stuff or whatever. I'm trying to get boost the page. But also a reminder, tonight is our to be continued night. So we will not, unfortunately, I know y'all are gonna miss us. I know y'all are. It's okay. I know y'all ain't got
Last
to say
episode
it.
of the season.
I know y'all are. It's our first season. Bring it around town.
Yay.
Thank y'all for being with us. Yeah, bring it around town. Thank you for being with us on this first season. We will be back April 1st, and maybe April 1st we'll try to see if we can go ahead and set up our speed dating thing. I don't know. We'll see.
Stay tuned.
We'll see what goes on. Also, Mike, if you could throw up that event that I have for the 22nd, I would appreciate it. Tonight will be my last night here until we come back in April. But on the 22nd of March, I will be with Relationship Gumbo. They're talking about like recovering from relationships, and I would hope that you guys would come out and support there as amazingly as you guys do here.
Put that flyer up again, Mike. You got that?
Could you do that for me? If you could put that up again, it's going to be bye. Thanks, keeping it reals. April 2nd with Relationship Gumbo. I want to say it's 8:00. There it is right there. 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be Breathe, Heal, Grow. How do you recover from breakup? So if you guys could come, and because he comes and he supports the page so well, he comes and supports the podcast, and I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Relationship Gumbo, for
I'm a
supporting.
I can't wait.
So I would hope that you guys would follow over there. And also, don't forget about the raffle that I'm going to be doing. Come to the TikTok page, check out my page to see and get more information about the ticket for the event on April 2nd, a night of ecstasy where there's going to be poetry and like music and
nudity,
listen,
right?
For the ladies, they got the men. He said it was going to be oiled up. That's what he told me. I said, oh, excuse me. I told him Lady J was coming in her long sleeve pajamas. That's what I was coming in. I'm coming in long sleeve pajamas. I'm not wearing my nighties. That's reserved for the special people. So, no, I'm coming in long sleeve pajamas for my Zoom call. Okay. I'm getting a ticket for myself. I'm getting a ticket for someone else. And I'm going to figure out how I'm going to raffle it off. Come check out the page. As always, make sure you follow all things Blurred Approved. Okay. Like, click, subscribe, follow all of it. We have shows all through the week. We got gaming shows. We got all kind of stuff. Okay. Make sure you check out Blurred Approved Entertainment, and we will see you guys in April. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive for our very first season. I'm so excited to say that. Like, we had a first season.
It's pretty dope.
Right? Oh, thank you. Bring it around town. Y'all have a good night.
Halfway up.
Halfway up.
Thanks,
y'all.
Gotta get the hip like, hey. Get the hip moving.
Y'all. Thank you, and see you in April. Have a good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Guess who's back? Back again. What's up?
Good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome back to Lie to Yourself.
I have a brown one.
Y'all, Crystle was out here giving off a show. Lord,
luckily I caught it.
That's what you've known for so long. And for me, like a person like me who's been in a relationship for such a long time, even though I didn't realize how toxic it was until the end. So y'all are gonna think I'm super weird, okay? Fun fact, Lady J is real weird about her food, okay? For my whole entire life, I was like, white sauce does not belong on spaghetti, and chicken definitely don't belong in no spaghetti. No, I grew up, for real, listen, I'm just text real quick, and I'm gonna just, hey, how you been? How's work?
I love food. I won't call myself a foodie, but Lady J, I am like an experienced girl, right?
Okay.
The plating matters to me, right? If I
You're
go
right.
somewhere